Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Molding with Sara. This is some artwork that came with a box that I have for either making 5 Immortals, sorry I forgot their name, Necron heavy unit, they do some nasty damage, or what are they called? Marked ones? No. Deathmarks. Snipers. This box is like really old. I think I've had it for like 4 years or something, and I just never put it together. So that's what we are going to be doing. Decals. There. Okay. So, and now I decided to make the Deathmarks because I do believe I have some Immortals. The metal ones. I think they're metal. Not too sure. Immortals with gauze blasters. Immortals with Tesla carbines, and Deathmarks with synaptic disintegrators. That seems to be their only thing. I think in New Edition they have an alternate weapon they can take. But not in this one. That's fine. Okay, so my plan is to put together one of these. And then off camera, I'll later on put together the rest. Let's see, we got our synaptic disintegrator, which is just a really cool name. Really? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they used to come in metal. Huh. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's find out the body parts here that we have. Oh, and the bases that they give. I think they're crap. They're like really cheap, small. See if there's some better bases around. So I won't be putting a base on. Okay, so, legs. Are all the legs the same? Actually, that's a good question. No? Interesting. Okay. Alright. There we go. I forgot to get out my knife. Hang on. Shit. Cup dropped. Good thing it was empty. Although I wish I had a cup of tea. That would be nice. You kind of have to have flat feet here to glue them to a base. So that's what I'm doing. There. Now they're flat-footed. Which isn't good. Flat-footed? Oh. Nothing worse in tennis than being caught flat-footed. Ooh. Slight mold lines on either side of the legs. There's no way that'll show up in camera, the actual mold line. But it goes down in the center here on both sides. So that's how the cast was. You know, like, bottom part, top part, there's there. Damn it. Okay, so I need to clean that up a little. Yep, that part's gone. The thigh is almost done. Feels good. Oh, jeez. And there's also the inner thigh as well. That'll be a problem. So this is why I'm only doing 1 out of 5. Damn throat. Although that should be improving soon. My health, weight-wise, has been slowly improving. It's a good thing. It's very hard to deal with eating disorder and obesity and trying to lose weight, but working with my husband, I think we're on the right track, which is very good. Progress is good. I mean, ultimately I was denied a gastric bypass surgery because of my eating disorder. And, well, gastric bypass surgery can fail unless if you have your eating disorder in check and change your habits. Well, I've been able to change my habits, getting better. One of the biggest follies was I can't cook. There's no leftovers for me to be able to do something. So then that would result in takeout. We've gone over more to frozen meals. And for someone who loves to cook, it's very disappointing when you can't. Wait. Is there someone on the hip here? Yeah, there is. Oh, I missed that. Better check the other side, too. Yep, I missed the hip. There was some in this spinal column as well. Not that that would really be noticeable. Now, this material is very light. Shaving of this plastic is working out. It's really nice. It's really good. It stands up on its own. That's awesome. Okay. I need a 38. That's part of the arm. Is that 38? That's a 38. Ah! Okay, so I'm going to get that out. I'm also going to get... I need one of the guns, which has the other arm already attached to it. It's the right arm that's attached to the rifle, and the left hand is already molded onto the rifle. I also need 9, 10, 11, 12, or 13. It's a torso piece. Okay. And I will need the back of that. Is that like 26? 26 seems to be the same. No, it's 36. Really? Huh. Okay. $36. Completely different. Okay. Interesting. Right. Okay, just cut that. Need a head. 2. Now the thing is, the Deathmarks versus, say, regular Necron soldiers, the heads are actually completely different. The regular soldiers, the warriors, the immortals, destroyers, heavy destroyers, they all have 2 eyes. A Deathmark is a Cyclops, a single eye. Okay, I want a 3 and a 42. Okay, where's a 3 and 42? Ah, found one. Found a 3. Ah, there we go. Ah, hair, stop, hair, 42. Holy shit, you're kidding me, right? You're kidding me on this one, right? Yeah, no, you're not. I'm gonna have to get tweezers to show you the piece that I just cut off. Hairbrush. Tweezers. There it is. This. Obviously it's not going into focus, but you can tell just how freaking tiny it is. It's just a semicircle that goes on the gun. Like, really? This is somewhat obnoxious. Okay, so I got rid of that. Now, it goes on where? Right there. Oh, you are kidding me. Totally have to use tweezers on this thing. To glue it in. Wow. Wish I had better tweezers. Holy shit. Anyway, so I want to glue this piece right away because that is tiny, tiny, tiny. Then we have some proper plastic glue. This is actually Citadel, so that's Games Workshop. Actually, I forget. You're supposed to shake this? No, it doesn't look like it, but I'll turn it upside down. And back around. What's really nice is this feature here. On the cap, there's a nice metal rod that goes down down past where the nozzle is, and it prevents the glue from drying in the canal part. Okay, I'll try it this way. Oh my god, this is liquidy. I've never used this glue before. So, I don't know. Had no idea. Okay, so. Oof. Fumage. Oof. Obnoxiousness. I'm going to glue this to my hand. I know I'm going to glue that piece to my hand. Oh my god. This is hard. Okay, it's almost in place. Will a fingernail work? Acceptable. Okay, that can go there. Ugh. Hair. Okay, now. Whew, that is strong. Not using it, I'm going to put this back on. Just make life easier. I think maybe, could I use this as an applicator? Possibly. I'll have to see about that. For smaller pieces. Okay. Let's get this piece here. Need to clean off the fleshing and stuff that that I did not avoid in clipping off from the sprue. So, I was having a conversation with someone on Twitter, and they had mentioned that, it's like I should be doing a face cam. Well, this is the closest I get to a face cam, and part of the reason is my health, and the other part being I'm trans. Being a trans woman does come along with some certain baggage. One of those pieces of baggage, I'm not too sure if it's checked baggage or carry-on. It seems to be pretty big, so I'm going to go with checked. Okay. I never finished facial hair removal. Electrolysis. Now, when I got started, or tried to get started, it can be hard, expensive. There were other reasons, usually silly ones, for me to have avoided doing it, and I'd say that's a pretty good one. Before living full time. And so it never got finished. So what that means is, now, particularly a phrase that I don't like is called, it's like, shaving facial hair. No, it really is I'm not going to say a trigger, but it really bothers me to say it, and almost upsetting, so I started to say, clean my face. Now, I got no problem saying, shaving my legs, shaving my underarm, that's normal, that's fine. Cleaning my face, I have to put it that way for me to be able to express it. It's a very strange quirk, and I'm not entirely sure why. We'll blame it on that baggage, that checked baggage thing, okay? We're on to the front chest piece now. To clean that up, flashing as well as stuff off the sprue. And I just took a small gouge out of the shoulder. Not so good. I think it's okay. So anyways, when I got started, laser hair removal was still not new, but the technology was new enough that one, no one knew if it was permanent yet, and two, there were a lot of types of lasers that could not handle red hair or gray hair. It was more successful to handle blonde hair than those other two types. And, well, as you can tell, red hair. So, yeah, that was a huge problem. Sorry, husband? Oh. There. He's having a tough time. Sorry, now where was I? Okay, so yeah, laser didn't really work on red hair or gray hairs for that matter. And so I was trying to do electrolysis. Now, electrolysis, if you don't know the procedure, I'll explain the procedure. And it's very important to understand a few key factors. Where the hair grows out, anywhere on one's body, there is a channel, if you will, that will go down to where the root is, the bulb. So the idea of electrolysis is sticking a tiny freaking probe, very tiny probe, down beside the hair, through the opening, down the canal, so you're not actually piercing skin at all. Although that can happen by accident. But it goes down, and then there's different techniques of using heat and electricity kind of thing. You know, you zap it. And there's a whole bunch of science that goes along with that. And it takes an average of 3 times for that single hair to be permanently removed. And each time the hair takes longer to grow back. And also hairs grow in cycles. So you remove one hair from one hair follicle, another one will grow out of that area, and it's a different hair. So it's a very long process, time consuming, an average of around 1,200 hours, I believe it is, to finish a face. 1,200 hours times about the going rate these days in my area of $90 per hour. That's a lot of money. So I never really did it. And that was bad. Okay. Hang on, this is weird. Why is there 2 ball joints here? Am I missing a piece? Well, I'm missing lots of pieces, but that doesn't... hang on. The ball joint is not actually a part of the legs. Its best way to describe it would be it's a tail. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue the torso together then. So anyways, so I never got to it. And then, for the electrolysis. And then my health, well, tanks. I mean, that's the best word for it. Just totally tanks. Okay. I don't know how to do this yet. So I'm going to put some... This is on the back piece. Oh, that's just so thin. Watery, even. Ah, it's like it's flowing. Anyways. So we fast forward to my health going kaboom. And deteriorating to where I am today. There we go. Got it. Alright, now, that means that, well, at this point, it's not red hair, it's red hair and gray hair. It happens to everyone. Your hair changes color. Yep. Can't see it, but here's a nice gray hair. That's another gray hair. I got one over here. Yeah. There's another good gray hair. Oh, I got that one there. Yep. Anyways, the point is, enough of that silliness. The point is that, no, I want the knife because I'm going to clean the back piece. The point is, because I never finished electrolysis, I have to spend extra time making sure that I feel comfortable turning the camera on even just for this much. And then that's where my health comes in, is that doing something like looking over these pieces, it's quite messy. Doing something getting up in the morning is not a matter of waking up and getting out of bed. In my case, it's waking up, understanding how I feel for the pain and the spots that may be hurting extra, carefully sitting up, carefully standing up, then tentatively walking to make sure everything is okay. And that takes actually a lot of energy, both physical and mental. Not because of, well, okay, not just because of my weight, because I'm so weak, but partly because I'm so weak, partly because pain saps your strength, it saps your endurance. It's hard to do things. So then the idea of getting cleaned up every single day, getting dressed every single day. I typically just stay in pajamas. Why? Because, quite frankly, it takes a lot less energy than it does to get properly cleaned up and dressed. So, because of that, doing a cam for like YouTube videos would use up way too much energy to have showers every day, because I can't. If I want to be able to clean dishes and do some other stuff and even cook some meals, come on, there we go. I was having to cut that there. I typically cannot have a shower. I do sponge baths. Stand at the sink, and I sponge bath myself at the end of the day, so that I can recover and rest, and a sponge bath is less strenuous than trying to take a shower. So a cam is just not possible. Oh, I did cut myself. It happens. So that's really kind of like those two reasons. Health and being trans really interfere, so I can't always spend the energy to get myself cleaned up to do even this. I'm going to do the head. So that is why I don't. Which, again, it's okay. It's something that I work around. That's why I'm making this series very infrequent. Come on. I'm having to really cut this. You have a Jay Leno chin. Just saying. Okay. And, Okay, that's a little better. And then we have this arm, and that's the last piece, and then we can assemble this whole thing. Voltron, assemble! I don't know if they actually say assemble. It's been so long since I've seen the 80s one. I think it was 80s. Oh, then there was one that I really liked. I never did get the DVDs, and they were released. That was Saber Rider and the Star Sheriffs. That was the title, yes. I like that one. Okay. So this is the left arm. Getting rid of some mold lines. The same thing here is more or less what happens with the legs. So, but now I'm going to go back to the hair removal. I was having a conversation with someone else on Twitter, and something kind of clicked. She had mentioned something in the previous week that she went all out and she did full-on laser as opposed to, I think it's called IPL. My research on it is rather limited at the moment, but laser instead of IPL, we'll just call it that for now, to remove her facial hair, which also was red. And the full-on laser apparently can work on red hair. I did a little from the previous comment, previous week, and conversation that we were having. It's with my disability, electrolysis is just not possible. So it was a pretty freaking. It's very demoralizing. Okay, so everything is done here. Now, that torso piece. Really? Okay, so it's going to go like this, and that's going to help support the head. So it should go on first. For the common theme is you can think of it as like seeing the spinal column of the Necrons. But anyway, so she had mentioned she did full-on laser, and it worked. So I did some very, very quick down and dirty research, and it does work, but not as good. You can do it, but expect more treatments than average person. Say fair skin, dark hair, prime conditions, maybe 4 treatments. Great. Someone with red hair might need 8 or 12. But it works. So then I did a search in my city, and there are some areas that claim they use a certain type of laser that does all hair types. So I'm going to attempt to do that. However, it's expensive to do 8 treatments, which is probably something that I would have to pay for. 8 treatments would cost in the vicinity of, I think I want to use tweezers to put the head on. Definitely want to use tweezers to put the head on. Grab you by the temple. Okay. Yeah, I'll just put this here. I think I calculated out 16 treatments was in the vicinity of $1,800. However, I do believe that this place that I saw is classified as a doctor's office, which means under Canadian taxes or provincial taxes, or both, I honestly forget. You can claim any and all medical expenses, including travel expenses, to get to said medical treatment, regardless of what the treatment is. So, there is that. If it's done in what's classified as a doctor's office, I got it. You know? That'll be fine. Oh. Well, that's a little weird. There was some glue on the inside of the cavity here where you would stick the legs. And, well, the legs partially got stuck, but it pulled out strands of the glue and got it stuck on the model. That I was not expecting. So, anyways, there is that I'll be adding to my list of things that I would like to try and do, because it would greatly improve my morale. Plus, my husband and I have an agreement that once I finish facial hair removal, I can get more tattoos. I love tattoos. I only have one. I want more. Oh my God, do I want more. I can't move. Can't move my hands. Or can I? Okay, that has to dry completely. Stand him up, maybe? We'll stand. Okay. That's good. Now, that has to completely dry. I'm going to pause the video and let that go. There is a product that you can use that's just like a, well, I don't think it works on this, but it works on like the crazy glue stuff. It's like an Insta-set. So, yeah. Anyways, I'll be back in about 5-10 minutes, and then we can attach the arms and we'll be done. Okay, I think that's been long enough. Let me check. Yeah, it should hold. Alright. Oh, shit. That power cable. That power cable on the gun, I just broke it. See, will that work? Can I get to stay this way? Shite. Can't believe I did that. Actually, hang on. Okay, you can stay right there for a second. I'm going to get some glue onto the metal part here. There, I got some glue underneath. There. Excellent. Well, how do you do a recovery when you break something? Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Okay, so I'll bring it right back once that's dry, because I can't do anything with that. Sorry, excuse me. With that wet like that. All these plastic bits. Crap. What a mess. And our vacuum is broken. Okay. Now, I don't think it's been long enough, but the sun is getting kind of low, and how did I miss cleaning these points? Shit. Okay. Now I gotta try and clean this. Maybe I just plain forgot to clean this? I think I forgot to clean this. Well, I obviously didn't do it, but I thought I had. Or maybe I got distracted because of that cable piece that needed to go on for the design, and I forgot to do the actual cleaning because of that cable. Yeah, it's getting much, much harder to see, so I really need to finish this off. Okay. One down at the end of the barrel. And I will finish off the other 4 of these on my own time. It's just going to be more of the same. So there's no point in bringing you in on that. So I'm positioning the rifle, deciding roughly. I have a little bit of play as to how to hold this, how the Deathmark will hold it. I want to rest it there, just because I'm not entirely sure. How'd you do that? Well, I've always wondered if that would happen. Well, it just pulls out, thankfully. Let's scrape this off. Put this in here. Ow. Put the arm. I'm just filling up the cavity there. Think of where the shoulder is and where the arm and arm socket is. That's where I'm putting it. Now this needs to somewhat dry. And then you have to attach the other arm and line up the wrist with the hand that is on the gun. Somehow. It's always somehow, which is fascinating. I just need to get this sticking long enough. Nope. I'm just blowing on the glue a little. It does help it a tiny bit, but not really. Just makes me feel a bit better. Okay, so the arm is somewhat stuck now with the gun. Okay, and the last piece. Oh. Tweezers. Where? Ah, there are the tweezers. So, okay, so you got the ball joint here. That'll go into the shoulder arm socket. There's the hand. Hopefully I can line this all up. Since things are like this, I'm putting it on the arm instead of on the figure. And of course I'm doing this way too soon. Where the hell's the hand? Okay, there. The hand does not even come close to lining up. The arm just fell on my shirt. Adding a touch of glue there. Touch of glue in here. Yes, it did pull in. Where's this? There. Just moving it around in the arm socket a little. Balls, that moved. No, don't. There. There. Okay. The weight of the gun is causing a problem here. It's the best that I can do. It's... Oh, Jesus. The whole thing is slipping. Gravity. Shoot. Do it like this. Give it some time. Maybe it will work. Use a cell phone. No idea if that will work. And let's put this back onto the glue so it doesn't dry out. There we go. Okay. So sometimes, as you can see, you have to improvise a little bit to make things a wee bit more efficient. I'm stalling with some words and talking while this dries. I'm going to try and get it dry enough so I can hold it up to you to see. Now, I really don't want to use these bases. These are tiny, tiny pieces of crap. I don't even know if that might not even fit. I'm not going to open them. They're garbage. They really are garbage. Okay. No. It was there. No, don't separate. It's worse. Okay, well, that's the best I'm going to get it. Not very good for the wrist connection. Hopefully I'll do better in the next one. And wow, I think I might be re-gluing the legs to the torso. We'll see. Anyways, let's see if I can get this. Here, let's grab some white paper. Come on, somewhat focus. Okay, well that's kind of okay for a focus. That is a Deathmark. Put together. Barely. Kind of. Shoulda, coulda, woulda? Something like that. Alright, well, I'm going to finish up with this guy. Yeah, with the leg and the torso, and let everything dry, because it seems wobbly here, which isn't so good. Anyways, I do hope that you enjoyed this video, and in the next one, if I have finished off the other 4, I'll just show them off, and we'll be working on a different model. So, I do hope you enjoyed this, and if you're new to the channel, you can subscribe down below for more videos like this, and of other videos. You can also subscribe to my Twitter, as well as my Twitch channel, where I sometimes stream. But until when next we meet, please do be safe, everyone. Bye!